think all we missed today was a Teddy Sheringham goal.
Yeah, it would have been nice. Didn't really get an opportunity to score a goal, but it was lovely to be out there and nice to be involved in a fantastic stadium with old mates and uh, seeing how the other half live now and the way that they're looked after. All behind the scenes here at Tottenham is just second to none. So it's just showing my family and friends around there in there. It's unbelievable. So.
A question I asked him at Berbatov, he didn't really give me an answer, so I hope you will, is that in the Europa League, two of your former clubs could win it, could meet the final, Spurs and Man United. Who needs it more?
Tottenham, without a doubt. Man United have won things over the last couple of years. I know things are not rosy at either football club, but Tottenham need to win it without a shadow of doubt, and it would mean a lot more to them.
Because of Champions League football, or just because it's silverware?
Silverware. This club is in need of silverware, and get ridiculed year after year when other teams laugh at what the predictions are and what the expectancy is here. But this is a massive football club, and need to get back amongst the silverware, and I hope he does it.
For massive, you can obviously throw Man United in there. The new manager, what has he impressed you? Has he underwhelmed you? What has he done for you in the 4 or 5 months he's been there?
Yeah, I quite like where he's at. I think it's a massive job what he's got to do. It's not going to change overnight. For me, they need to make some big signings. If they don't make the big signings, people don't follow what the big players do. I've been saying for the last couple of years when Harry Kane and Declan Rice became available 2 years ago, if Fergie was in charge, he would have gone out and broke the bank to get one of them, both of them probably, to lead by example. Yes, I know Bruno is a fantastic player, but he's not a leader as such of football men. You need to have players that lead by example, do the right things, play 100% every week, proper professionals that people look up to, that as I say, lead by example, and people follow you. That's how top football clubs work.
Like back in the day, the Sheringham's don't fall off trees, nor the Rices and Harry Kanes.
Exactly, they don't come along very often. So that's why they were 100 million. But Fergie would have broken the bank. You look over the years when he signed Gary Pallister, Roy Keane, Rio Ferdinand, Wayne Rooney. They were all top young players at the top of their game, and he knew that if he got them in his football club, they lead by example, and people follow them, and they want to be like them, and they want to play as well as them, and they don't want to let people down, and those players drag other players along, and you need them in top football clubs.
But do you imagine have that money? Because we see job losses and the jokes about the hole in the roof at Old Trafford, and I don't know. Did they have the money to go and buy a £100 million player when last time they did it with Anthony, it was a disaster?
Yeah, but that's not top players, is it? If you rather than buying Harry Kane for 100 million, they bought Højlund, who I think is a decent player, for 70 million. You go out and get the finished article, and the whole face of the club changes, and then you go out and buy a midfield player, not an aging one that's coming from Real Madrid to see the end of his career as such. You go out and buy one that's a young, proven England international that wants to improve as well, and he'll drag other players along and lead by example. And if you haven't got those players in the team, then you're going to struggle.
Last one, if I can, on England. Thomas Tuchel. Is he the man to bring home the World Cup?
I was impressed with him the other day. Why wouldn't you be? I thought it was a good game. Albania come to join the party as well and try and get something out of the game, which is unusual for the smaller nations. But it made for a decent game. But you'll only be able to judge Tuchel when you get into the big competitions and the finer moments of competitions, semi-finals and finals. That'll be when the judgment comes.
My favourite England game, in terms of excitement, was England-Holland that you played in Euro '96. Yeah. I didn't see the other night any bits of that, which was like England-Holland with that. Do you know what I mean? He wants to come in and excite. Well, I'll show him that as an exciting game. The other night didn't excite me. How does he excite How does he get from there to England Holland '96?
Well, it wasn't a big game, was it? It wasn't built up to be a big game, but there was flashes of brilliance where Bellingham setting up the first goal was an unbelievable pass, and the way he turned and got himself into that position with a sticky defence to get through. I thought Harry Kane did some exceptional things again the other night, and that's what excites people. But you're not going to get that until the final moments of competitions, when at the end into the quarterfinals, semi-finals, and finals. So we'll get there, but it's just what happens when we get there. But I'm optimistic about that as well.